All right, so today we're diving deep into something pretty fascinating.
Yeah, should be fun.
We're going to be looking at the philosophies of two major figures in martial arts history,
Okay.
Sake Hatsumi
Mm-hmm.
and Toda Shinryuken.
All right.
Now, what's really cool is that Hatsumi's actually still alive and teaching.
Oh, wow.
So, like, we have this
Yes, I'm excited
direct
for this.
line, to these traditions and ideas.
I'm excited to hear more about that.
Yeah, so what we're going to be zeroing in on today is this principle called Ojaku Jugo Arobe Karazu.
Kyojaku Jugo Arobe Karazu. Okay, I'm going to need some help with that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
It is.
Right. But essentially it's this idea of moving beyond rigid labels in combat.
Interesting.
Right. So like instead of getting stuck on strong versus weak, hard versus soft,
Right.
it's about transcending those limitations.
So it's not about saying that strength and weakness don't exist, but
Exactly.
about seeing beyond just those simple categories.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
It's like
right.
recognizing that those are just kind of like points on a spectrum and there's so much more nuance.
I see.
And, there's actually a quote from Hatsumi that I think really gets at this.
Okay.
He says, "This means that in Budo, it is naive to get caught up in thoughts of strong, weak, or soft, hard. In the end, even concepts such as skillful and skillful simply fade away."
Wow. That's a powerful statement.
Right.
It really challenges you to rethink how we perceive skill and mastery.
Yeah, and it really emphasizes like the adaptability and fluidity
Yeah.
that we should be striving for in martial arts.
Yeah. So how did these two martial arts masters, Toda Shinryuken and Hatsumi, actually embody this principle in their teachings?
Well, Toda Shinryuken, who, was this legendary swordsman, he really emphasized adapting to his opponent's movements rather than like relying on just pure force.
Okay, so it wasn't about overpowering the opponent, but more about using their energy against them.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah, like blending offense and defense seamlessly, using their momentum against them.
Ah, that's fascinating. So it's almost like a dance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of meeting force with force, it's about redirecting it.
Totally. And you see this idea of fluidity carry over into Hatsumi's ninjutsu too.
Oh, really? Give me an example of how that plays out.
Well, like one of the core things in Hatsumi's teachings is this idea of using your opponent's force against them.
Okay.
So instead of like trying to meet their attack head on with your own force, you're redirecting their energy,
Yeah.
turning their strength into a weakness.
Oh, I see. It's not about being stronger, it's about being smarter.
Yeah. And it's not just about like physical techniques either, right? It's this whole mental approach, this flexibility of mind,
It's like that Bruce Lee quote, "Be like water, my friend."
Exactly. It's about being able to adapt, like water flowing around an obstacle.
Yeah. And that makes a lot of sense, especially if you're facing someone bigger or stronger than you.
Right. So you wouldn't try to overpower them. You would use their size against them.
Yeah.
Leverage their own momentum.
And that adaptability, that goes beyond just physical combat, right?
Totally.
It's about being able to respond to any challenging situation in life with that same fluidity of mind.
Yeah. It's like, if you think about the goal of this principle, it's almost like you're trying to reach a state where those distinctions of strong, weak, hard, soft, skillful, unskillful even, they kind of like dissolve.
They become irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
It's about achieving this natural, effortless action.
Like water finding its path.
Exactly.
Effortlessly navigating around obstacles.
Yeah. And I think that brings up a really interesting question. Like, if even the concept of skillfulness fades away in this pursuit of mastery, what actually defines mastery?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a question that could apply to any pursuit, not just martial arts.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think?
I think maybe it's this ability to transcend those labels, right?
Yeah.
To act with this like complete presence and adaptability.
To be fully present in the moment and respond in the most effective way possible, regardless of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like the journey itself becomes the destination.
That's deep.
Well, we've given everyone a lot to think about today.
I know. I'm going to be chewing on that idea of mastery for a while.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And for all of our listeners out there, whether you practice martial arts or not, maybe this gives you something to ponder as you go about your day.
Great stuff today.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
See you next time.
See ya.